Hey guys, Chad here with another mix pack review. This time it's a local one. This time, this is the Adirondack Pub and Brewery. They just started bottling a few of their beers, so we're gonna look at the Bare Naked Ale, Dirty Blonde Ale, and the Headwater Hefe beer. They're out of Lake George, New York. Got this mix pack, 3 different beers, 12 bottles. I don't know if you can see it on there. $16. That was a good deal. So, I thought now on when I do these mix pack reviews, I'm just going to do it in front of the webcam. It's just so much easier. Alright, first beer up is the Headwater Hefe beer, brewed in the classic Bavarian style. It says, blah blah blah, using imported wheat and barley, this beer is lightly hopped with hints of banana and clove in the aroma and finish. Serve in a tall glass to enjoy its billowy white head. It was actually bigger than that. Drink responsibly, all that stuff. So pretty classic, half beer. It's very, very bright yellow. It's hard, you can't see on camera, sorry, but it was quite effervescent. And I had a lot more head than this, but it took like 3-4 takes to get this thing going. It smells like pretty traditional German style wheat beer. I definitely get like the lighter, definitely like the banana fruit, lighter clove on here. Even like a little bit of lemon peel maybe. It's not as like, spicy in the nose as like a Schneider or Weihenstephaner, but for an American hef, it smells very German. So let's give it a taste. It tastes very, very German for an American beer. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Sierra Nevada Kellerweiss I did a couple months ago, or whatever that was. You get, the standard, definitely banana, a little bit of clove. I get like almost like a tobacco right on the finish. Really interesting. It's pretty refreshing. I'm drinking this right on the end of summer here on a pretty warm night. This is definitely the kind of beer you would want all night long. Getting some real nice lacing on there. That's pretty cool. It's a good attempt at the authentic German style, especially for American brewery. Like this is, as we'll see with the Dirty Blonde, which is just a pale wheat ale, just like a very Americanized wheat beer. They're really going for a classic Bavarian style, like it says on the label here. It doesn't really succeed in that aspect, but it's not a bad beer at all. You are getting, like the light banana, light clove, kind of that tobacco kind of smokiness to it. It's rather mild compared to the German ones, like a Weihenstephaner, Schneider, Hackerschor, Franziskaner. All those ones have way more flavor than this. But this pretty much has the same notes, just with the volume turned down. I don't know the ABV on this. It's not on the bottle. It's not on their website. And Rate Beer and Beer Advocate have different listings for the ABV, so I don't know what's going on with this. And I have a feeling the same thing's going to be going on with the other two beers. So overall, I give the Headwater Hef beer, I'll give this a 7. It's a good beer. All right, second beer up is the Dirty Blonde Ale, unfiltered American wheat ale. These are pretty popular by like kind of supermarket, low end kind of craft breweries. It's blah blah blah. Dirty Blonde Ale has a provocative twist, brewing with American ale yeast. Keeps it casual and flirty, never boring. Enormous Cascade and Centennial dry hops lend a strong grapefruit aroma and pleasant citrus flavor. Blah blah blah. Once again, I do not know the ABV, but I'll try to look it up. Put it right there. Another wheat beer glass. This is a darker one than the Headwater Hef for sure. It's more of a amber color, honey color. Head's kind of small on it. Again, this is like the second or third take that I'm shooting, so it was a little bit bigger than this. You can see it's just white, frothy. Smells really good. I mean, they said Cascade and Centennial hops. Yeah, it has that very citrusy aroma to it. Lots of grapefruit. It almost smells like an IPA. It's that hoppy. So let's give it a taste. They made a point of saying the hops in here, it's definitely a hop forward beer with the aroma and the taste. Like right away you're getting the bitterness, you're getting a citrusy, a lot of grapefruit, not so much pine, maybe like pine needles. Very crisp beer, especially compared to the last one. Has a little bit thicker mouthfeel. Um, slight hop lingering on here. I mean, again, it's not an IPA, but I mean, it definitely has a lot of hops for a wheat ale, or wheat beer, I should say. Reminds me a lot of the Southern Tier Hop Sun. They're almost, if I was drinking these blindfold, I might not be able to tell the difference. So, this is what I prefer in like a wheat beer, or for American wheat beer. It has that kind of generic kind of wheat beer backbone to it, but the hops are really kind of distracting you from that kind of boring palate, and I actually like this better than the Headwater Hef, and it's actually kind of pretty refreshing too. So it's got that wheat beer refreshing quality to it. Mouth feels pretty nice. Yeah, genuinely impressed, and caught me off guard on this one. I like it. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 for the Dirty Blonde. That's very good beer. All right, last beer in the box. This is the Bare Naked Ale, all natural amber ale. Blah blah blah. Medium bodied amber ale with brilliant copper hue. Top fermenting ale yeast in high proportion of imported Munich malt create a clean and crisp beer with a toasty, fruity background. Don't get caught with your pants down. Enjoy responsibly. Yeah, so I'm using the mug for no reason. Just thought it'd be fun. It's more of a, definitely copper, dark copper, dirty copper. I mean, you can see how hazy that is. Not a whole lot of head on there, but that's typical. I'm using a wide surface area glass. Very kind of toasty, malty one on this beer. It's so totally different from the other two. Not much hops in the nose. Kind of some sweetness, the confectionery, syrupy kind of sweetness. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah, that's it's almost like in the Oktoberfest kind of category of toffee, a little bit of caramel, very toasty. I'm getting like a nuttiness in here too. It seems a little thin. I wouldn't call it watery. It's not like a watery texture. There's like some, kind of bitterness to it. It's very light, kind of, toasty, like a very light toast, and like a straight up peanut instead of like a roasted nuts or anything like that. Goes down very smooth. I get like a little bit of a hot bite right on the end there. Finishes mostly clean. Slight kind of malty aftertaste. Probably wouldn't call it refreshing, but I could see drinking this beer with a meal. I don't know the ABV again. I'm guessing it's in the 5s. Doesn't really seem like that heavy of a beer. Certainly not a super full-bodied, super robust beer. Yeah, I mean it's an amber ale that kind of drinks like an Oktoberfest lager, except it's not like fizzy and stuff like that. It's kind of like a more tepid, but you get bitterness in here for sure. It's very light, like I said, toasty, slight nutty, slight sweetness. It's good. It's not great. I'm gonna give the Bare Naked Ale, I'm gonna give this a 7 too. So I mean, I think I like this one the least out of the 3. Overall, this mix pack cost me $16. I think it's a pretty good deal. You get at least a 7, 2 7s and an 8 out of it for me, and they're all pretty the kind of beers you can drink 3-4 bottles of and not get sick of it. So that does it for the end of this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.